A lot of people talking about this online. It's pretty controversial. Some people say this is a great idea. Others say they feel like this is unfair.
One thing that you're known for is your low turnover rate for employees across the board in the company. I think you're below 9%.
That's after 1 year, we're about 8.5% turnover.
Customers will notice it starting today. Executive members who pay $130 a year get early access now from 9 to 10 a.m. on weekdays and Sundays. The move also puts Costco in step with Sam's Club, which has offered early access to Premium Plus members for years.
Costco's $4.99 rotisserie chicken feels like the greatest food deal in America. But here's the ugly twist: Costco actually loses money on every bird, and those losses don't just disappear. They're quietly built back into your olive oil, your paper towels, and even your berries that now ring up with a different price than a year ago. So the bargain you celebrate at the deli counter? It's probably costing you more at checkout than you think. Let's look at how one chicken is bleeding millions, and why your receipt is carrying the bill. Quick favor before we move on. If you appreciate this content, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not, more than 92% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's free and only takes a second, but it means the world to us. So did you subscribe already? Great, thank you so much for your support. Now back to the video. Why stick to $4.99? Groceries all around you have climbed, gas has gone up, even warehouse rent costs more. Yet that golden chicken in Costco's rotisserie case has carried the same sticker for years, frozen in time like a museum piece. The stubborn loyalty to that price point isn't charity, it's strategy. That bird isn't just a meal. It's a headline. You don't walk out telling friends about your paper towel savings. You tell them about the chicken. It's a mascot for Costco's value image, a trophy they polish every day even if it bleeds money all over the balance sheet.
It is a big job. There's always a different feeling that day you walk in and you are the final decision maker. You feel a little bit different when you walk in that day. The responsibility of the employees.
Find out more about how Costco maintains its high employee retention and where he sees the company's private label Kirkland taking Costco in the future.
Yeah, Mimi, some shoppers are pushing back, saying Costco is favoring its premium members and thus leaving the rest of its customers behind in the wake of all of this. Pay $65 a year, about half of that may be turned away at the door if they show up too early.
Now let's talk about the bleed. Every single chicken, roasted and bagged, sells for less than it costs to make. Feed for the birds has inflated. Packaging isn't cheap. Transport, labor, utilities, none of it is flatlined at 2009 rates. Yet Costco refuses to budge from that sticker. And so each bird is a negative line item, stacked by the thousands, adding up to millions lost. Think of it like a Trojan horse. On the outside, a gift, a crowd-pleasing deal with crisp skin. Hidden inside, a gnawing drain that chews through profits. Why not just bump it to $5.49 or $5.99 like everyone else? Because the chicken isn't priced in dollars, it's priced in loyalty. For decades, that number at the hot case has been more than a tag. It's been a promise. Break the promise and members see it as betrayal, not inflation. Outrage spreads fast, trust erodes slow, and Costco executives know that raising the chicken price risks more financial fallout than the loss itself. So they eat the cost. Day after day. Bird after bird. The scale here isn't peanuts. The little loss compounds on volume. Costco isn't roasting 10 birds a day. They're roasting mountains. Each one goes out the door bleeding a small margin, and when you multiply that across the entire chain, the hole in profits is wide enough to march trucks through. That's why calling it a deal is half right. It's a deal for you, but it's a dead weight for them.
And our members and everything else takes that next notch up.
The Wall Street Journal sat down with Vacris at the company's headquarters in Issaquah, Washington.
We all came up through the ranks of the company itself. And when people see that those opportunities are available to all of us,
Now, this policy started back in June but was not strictly enforced. Even then, it drew back.
Is that just about paying people more than your competitors?
it's about the culture of the organization. Everybody has opportunities, and you look at who's running the company today.
This isn't the first time Costco has wrestled with underpriced loyalty bait. Think about their Kirkland playbook. Kirkland Organic Coconut Oil, for example, was undercutting market prices to such a degree that it probably cost more to make than to sell. And yet, like the chicken, it became a symbol of member trust. Bargains stacked so low they almost tilt into charity. The empire was built not on squeezing profit margins but on guarding value icons. The chicken just happens to be the most visible one, a bargain with feathers that the company dared not disturb. But the reality of business is simple. Losses get paid for in some other aisle. Costco can't just shrink the bird until it's a pigeon. They can't get away with rubbery meat without losing the very loyalty they're buying with this deal. So instead, they patch the hole with quiet adjustments on staples you toss into the cart without fanfare. Olive oil that costs a bit more. Paper towels that make you pause. A jug of berries with a sticker you don't remember being that high. Those tiny hikes are papering over millions in poultry losses. And that's the real kicker. The chicken isn't the genius hack against inflation it looks like. It's bait, loss leader bait. Costco trapped itself into holding the line on that golden number, and now they move the hidden invoice onto other basics.
We offer careers, not just jobs. Retention is core to the company's success.
Costco wages start at around $20 per hour.
The changes kicked in yesterday, with Costco closed though for Labor Day, and from 9 to 9:30 a.m. on Saturdays. Gold Star and business members who flash from customers. So Costco now says with this grace period over, the policy will now be fully in effect and fully enforced.
You don't pay for the chicken at the register, you pay for it in your pantry. The loyalty magnet at the deli counter comes with a quiet surcharge across household goods. So when you grab that rotisserie and smile at the familiar price, remember, the bargain hasn't disappeared. It's just been disguised. The real bill is likely waiting in your cart, tucked into glass bottles, pulp cartons, and rolls of paper stacked sky high. And that bill is what keeps the chicken sitting stubbornly at $4.99. That endlessly cheap chicken isn't a gift, it's a signal. If one item stays frozen at $4.99 while everything else climbs, the real cost is already hidden in your cart. A bag of frozen berries jumps a few dollars, olive oil nearly doubles, paper goods creep higher. That's the quiet tax you pay to protect the bird. So here's the thought, the next time you shop, study your receipt. Check the items you buy every trip. The shifts are small, but they add up. And if you want more of these traps exposed, like and subscribe to help us keep the spotlight on the food industry's best-kept secrets.